Hello, mentors. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I am currently in Brussels, so it is morning for me. Go ahead and drop in the comments where in the world you are, what time of day it is, how you're doing. It's good to see you on here. This is the monthly onboarding webinar. So you're going to want to be on this call if you are having trouble with Genius U, you want to figure out how to leverage your mentor status, how to use the tools best for your business. I am keeping an eye in the Genius U mentor circle, which you should be in and have a link to. If you don't, for any reason, have access to the circle, ping me a message on the Facebook event, if that's how you got here. If you got here through an email invite, that means you're super new and you came on in the last month, so welcome. This call, we're going to go over just sort of the basics of navigating Genius U, where to look for things, where to find things, how to set up your profile in the best way, how you can be gaining traction by connecting to different mentors on Genius U. And for most of this call, I'm going to be sharing my screen. So let me jump onto doing that. I apologize if there's any background noise. I am staying with some friends in Brussels, and there are many of us in this house, so there may be some obscure noise in the background, but don't worry too much about it. Everyone's getting up and getting ready to go to work, as it's that time in the morning. All right, I'm just checking the mentor circle right now, as I see there's another request in there. And then I will jump onto sharing my screen. And if you have any questions about Genius U, navigating Genius U, then sorry, I've got people asking for links. If you've got any questions about navigating Genius U, using Genius U, how you can be getting set up, then please feel free to ping them below the video in the Genius U circle. And if you're not for any reason in the circle watching this video, again, ping it to me on Facebook or send me a message on Facebook, and I'll make sure that I do my best to get to it. I am just giving a couple of people the YouTube link so that people can access it. Oh, I'm playing on my own screen. Okay, great. There we go. All right, we should have a couple more people joining us. So let me go ahead and I'm going to start sharing my screen and just do some like basic Genius U navigation for you. And so you'll see me flicking back and forth as well to monitor. Yes, the great wormhole of screen sharing. Okay. You should be able to see my screen now. Here is, yes, we know. Thank you. We know I'm sharing my screen. So this is the Facebook event. As you may have seen, if you are a member of our groups, we are trying to navigate all of our Facebook communication across to Genius U. For obvious reasons, we would like all of our communication to be happening there, and it allows us to figure out a lot more quickly what needs to be fixed. So thank you all for your patience who have been inside the circle for a long time. Just double, triple checking that everyone's on that wants to be on. Cool. So over here is where you will be watching this video. So feel free to, yay, Tina, hi. Oh, get off Facebook. Great. Where you can be posting your comments and questions and otherwise interacting with me. This is what every circle looks like on the inside. That's not entirely true. The content's going to be different, but in each circle, you can post inside a circle, and you can see posts inside the circle, sort them however you would like, and ultimately like understand the discussions and interactions that are happening in the circle. So, as you're already in the circle, you've made it this far, you must know how to join the circle, or you followed a link I sent you. But these are all, every time you see all of these tabs anywhere on the site, these are navigation tabs. All good things to know. You can go and see who's in the circle, message people, reach out to them. You can see which events are in the circle. So like we've got here, the new mentor webinar, which is also shown here. You can even just go into events and see it. Reviews of the circle. You can see we've got one review here, 5 stars, excellent. But if you've got a circle, you're going to be wanting people who are using it often to leave you reviews so that you show up in people's searches and Genie suggests you to other members and all that sort of thing. The library, which is my favorite part of every circle. I'm just going to double check this request and make sure it's someone who ought to be in here for the call. Yes, and my internet's deciding to be slow right now. This person is not a mentor. I just went to their profile, so I'm going to decline them. This is something you can do in your circles, is accept or decline members. Or if you've got a circle that you want to populate that isn't, say, for a specific course or supposed to be private, then you can actually, when you create a circle, select to auto add people, which means that you won't have to go in and check every time there's a notification saying a member wants to join, like I just did. So let me show you the library quickly, because this is where you're going to find any of the past mentor webinars. They used to be more based on training. These are now based more on onboarding. So I will show you in a moment where to get your super high value training call if it's something you're interested in doing, which happens every week. But this is the library of the circle. This is a great place to know, especially, I mean, all of our circles, we post any content that you want to be able to find again, we'll post it in the library. So like the Entrepreneur Mentor Circle on GeniusU or the World Game Circle on GeniusU, we do the same thing. So take a look in the library of circles if you're looking for content that, that has happened previously. I'm going to go back to discussions and keep this page on discussions so that I can keep an eye on what you all are saying / need. So I can see Tina is the only person that posted in here. I know there are more of you on the call than that. Go ahead and drop in there where you are, how you're doing, anything that you want to know that I can cover for you on this onboarding call. And now I'm going to take you, I've got a few tabs open here. I'm going to take you through the profile dashboard stream combination, which is here. So these are like the three most important, I think, the keystones of GeniusU, which is knowing your profile, which is how other people see you, your stream, which is how you see the world, and then your dashboard, which is how you understand and track what you're doing. So this is my profile. If you're a mentor, you should have this little piece on your profile, which actually is what then allows you to get access to building circles or putting up events or putting up micro degrees. If you don't have that on your profile for any reason and you are a mentor, which means you have bought a product in the last year or done something that's awarded you mentor status, then please send me an email. You can reach me at kathleen@geniusu.com and we'll make sure we get that fixed for you. So on your profile, you can go through and edit and add things really easily using these little pen icons, or you can actually go into your settings and go to edit your profile. But I prefer to just sort of use the little pen. You can hover over your profile picture, change your profile picture. If you log in with Facebook, your Facebook profile picture is going to show up. That's what I do because I think it's the easiest. When you are logging in, if you found that you've had account issues in the past or you've had multiple accounts, you can merge accounts or just make sure you're really being careful at logging in with the same one each time. And if you need an account deleted, we can handle that for you as well. So you can email support or you can email me and we can get that sorted out. It's always important to fill out all your profile information. All of your micro degrees and certifications will show up as well at the bottom. But if you've got your profile information in and your location, people can find you based on those things. So always important to do. You can fill out your profile with your purpose and your passions and your genius by doing the different free micro degrees that are available on GeniusU, such as the Genius Test and the Passion Test and the Millionaire Master Plan. So go through and do all of those. Super high value, amazing content, and also fills out your profile, which is great. Other things that show up on your profile, your giving impacts, your circles, the ones you're a part of, the ones you're a mentor of, the ones you're a leader of. What's the difference between being a mentor and a leader of a circle, you may ask? Well, mentors of circles, that means that you basically founded the circle. So if you started the circle on GeniusU, that basically means that you are going to show up as the mentor. The leaders of circles are people who you appoint to lead the circle. So I'm the leader of circles that other people have appointed me to. I am the mentor of circles that I have started. You cannot be both mentor and leader of a circle because you can't appoint yourself as a leader when you're already a mentor. So that's what that looks like. They don't have really any hierarchical standing other than knowing who actually started the circle in the first place. So don't worry about that too much. We've had that as a question before. You can see all your events. You can scroll through other people's profiles and find out all these things about them. If you find someone and you're like, oh, I want to figure out how they're being successful, you can scroll through and find all those things on their profile. And you can go through and see friends and reviews. As a mentor, reviews are awesome because reviews are how you're going to climb the mentor ranking. So you'll see here, I'm mentor rank 27 of 1,349. So what that means is when you go here, you go to explore, you go to mentors. That's another handy button. Make a note of that, explore. These are some more navigation things that you can get to places. If you go to mentors and you sort by rank, you'll see all of the top mentors on Genius U. The way they became top mentors is that people left them reviews. And it's also an algorithm that combines like their reviews and their activity and the circles that they've created, and sort of combines all of that to rank them as top. So if you're working with clients who are on Genius U, or you have a micro degree, or you're leading webinars, you can go ahead and ask people to go in and leave you reviews. If anyone thinks that this call is super duper helpful and that I'm awesome, then they can go in and leave me a review on my profile. You leave people reviews by clicking on their profile, visiting their profile, and then if you just click the 5 stars, you can then rate them and add your review here, and then you press post. You have to leave at least 1 star, and you have to leave a minimum of 10 words. I'm not going to go in and rank Danny right now because he's already doing an awesome job, and I believe I've left him a review before. 42 reviews, wow. So there's your profile. There's a lot of information on your profile. I'm going to show you a dashboard next, and then we'll go to the stream, because the stream is really like how I get everywhere on Genius U outside of my profile. So your dashboard is tracking like your learning steps, your connections, your interactions, and your Genius dollars. As a mentor, what is really important about the dashboard is that it's also going to be able to track your clients, like your mentees. Right now, it's something we're still working on. It's in development, but it is going to be, it's in the works. It's one of the things that we really want to be able to do is show you all the statistics on your dashboard for any of your products going up. So for example, if I had any products on the web store, which is going live in the next month, by the way, so that's very exciting. If you had any products on the web store, you'd go into your earnings and you could see how many people had bought your products, like when they had bought your products, how people are getting there. Another reason you might use your earnings is if you have an affiliate link. You can, you see mine's telling me to set up my affiliate link. I don't actually have an affiliate link on there. But if you're directing people to Genius U, or as a mentor, you're bringing clients on board, if they then make any purchases and they've joined through your affiliate link, all of their purchases are then going to be tagged back to you. So if you have an affiliate code, definitely use that. Especially on Genius U, it's really like tying them to you for good. So that means that you will ultimately be earning commissions on anything that they step forward into in the future. And you can set up your affiliate link by going to the affiliate home, set it up. If for any reason your personal affiliate link is not showing up here and you know you already have one, we can probably remedy that for you. Stacy, who you may have been in touch with, is our affiliate queen and has been helping everyone out with their affiliate links and stuff. So you can also track your purchases. Let's see, I know that I made giving impacts in the last 6 months at some point. So yes, they're not showing up. Great. So, but this is where you would find your purchases. Maybe it'll be under giving impacts. That's probably a good shout, actually. So now I can see in here my giving impacts, the total number of Genius dollars I spent on them, which ones I bought. I planted a tree to save the orangutans. You can go in and I'll show you how to get to giving impacts and give those in a moment. Why might you want to give giving impacts? Well, we're playing the world game. What is particularly exciting about that is pretty soon you're going to be able to give as a company and show that your business is a business for good. If you already work with B1G1, we're going to be sort of bringing all of that information across to Genius U as well, so that you could be playing the world game with your company and really sort of showing, ultimately like making impacts, earning income, and showing that business is really the way that we're going to create the biggest change in the world. So yeah, this is your dashboard. My mentor dashboard is the one that you're going to want to keep an eye out for. So in my circles, I have 40 members. Right now, we are not able to sort this by circle, but that is also in the pipeline to be worked on. So you can see how many members have joined your circles in the last week, how many members are in your circles in total, how many visits have been in the last week, and the number of interactions in your circles. And you can track that by month and year. You can see the same thing for your events. How many people are coming to your events, what kind of revenue you're making, how many interactions. And then your mentees. My one mentee is Marie. She requested to be my mentee, so I said yes. But you can then go in and view their dashboard as well and see what kind of activity they've been up to, what they've been working on, what kind of events they've been going to. So say if you've got 10 people who have come on as your mentees in your coaching business, you can then be tracking their dashboards and see what kind of the activity they've been up to, and ultimately see what kind of progress they've made during the week and find out how you can support them if it feels like they're maybe lagging behind or need help. So that's your dashboard, profile dashboard. Now we're going to go into the stream. You may have seen I've had this handy little sidebar on my screen the whole time. You'll see it in my stream as well. So these are my circles. These are the ones I'm already a member of. And the little gray is sort of the interactions and stuff that have happened in there since I've visited those circles. You can sort them alphabetically as well. Load more, I've got quite a few. And then you've got your suggested circles as well, which is based on the ones that you're already in, what circles could you be going and joining. And then everything that shows up in your stream is the stuff your friends are posting or stuff that is showing up in the circles that you're a part of. So you could sort of scroll through, you'll see people are tagging things. Because I have administration privileges, you'll see I always have an add tags button on everyone's posts all the time. But what that basically means is I can click add tags, and then we did have the feature to type in the tag that you wanted and then find it, but we seem to have a bit of a buggy tag system right now, which can happen sometimes as we have so much development happening all the time that we have to go back in and fix bugs. But then I would add the tag anyway. That'll all be remedied soon. But add the tag relevant to the thing that I'm tagging, and then it shows up in that circle. And then you can always see comments below posts. You can make a comment. There's this great feature now where you can reply to people's comments. So if I click reply and Maggie has typed there that she's not gonna be able to make the webinar, I then reply here. You can write a little reply, and then you click comment. You can also now tag people on GeniusU. But yes, that's not showing up. I may not have, I'm not sure why that is. Maybe because it's in a reply. Let's try this. Well, it's always a bit awkward when things don't show up. Let's try another one. So then I've tagged Tina, and then I press comment. For whatever reason, it's not working right now. But you type in a tag, you can tag people, it shows up in their notifications. So yes, and you want to make posts on your stream that sort of well, you're not necessarily stream as much as you're making posts in the circle, unless you're just trying to show all your friends something. But I would just type in here, this is a post. You can add a photo or you can write an article. Add a photo works the same as anywhere else on the web. If you're writing an article, it'll redirect you to a new page where you either import an article from a link or you write a new article. And that's sort of what posting on GeniusU looks like. I'm going to take you into circles and show you a little bit. I want to show you a couple of circles as well that I think that you should join, especially if you're a new mentor. That would be super helpful. So you can see you've got your suggested circles, which are ones you're not a part of, and then you've got the most popular circles on GeniusU. So if you're just looking for a bunch to join, you can just go ahead and join them. This is Tina's circle. She posts a lot about different how-tos on GeniusU. She spends a lot of time on here, so she knows a lot about sort of how to navigate it and little tips and tricks. And she also notices bugs the most quickly, so you can go in and see that. And there's always conversation in here happening on Genius U and using it and getting to be successful. And you can have conversations with different members on there too. The Genius test, these are all also circles that sort of get funneled from the micro degrees. So a lot of people in there. Just because there are a lot of people in the circle does not mean it's always the most active. That's another tip and trick. But if you join a bunch of circles that are relevant to you, then you will find out very quickly which are the most active, and you can pay attention to those. So these are mine joined circles. You can also search for circles in this bar, or they're all organized by category too. So I wanted to show you the World Game Mentor Circle here, because I talked about impacts a little bit, and I talked about how there's a super high value weekly call you can join that's more based on like immediate training. So if you're looking for like training from Roger Hamilton on how to like 10x your impact and 10x your business, and sort of even through the process of like running a promotion and what that looks like, and identifying your identity and building your brand, this is a circle you want to be a part of. Right now, we only have 190 members. If you're a mentor and you're on Genius U and you've joined the World Game, you can join this circle. This circle is for you. And these calls happen every week, Monday at 9 a.m. UK time or 9:30 UK time. But you'll see the calls hosted at the top of the circle here. Oh, whoops, I've pressed play. Let's stop that. And those happen every week with Roger. So right now they have a series happening all about your business, which they're counting down to the World Game Conference, the Genius U Annual Conference, which is happening in December in Bali. And you'll see there's lots of posts in here. Michelle's posting. She posts every week about the call. So make sure you get in there and get your value weekly. So it's really an awesome call to be on. I'm going to go back to circles quickly and show you one other circle I think you might want to join. Join circles. Ultimately, I encourage you to join city circles that are in your area. There might be people running events that are holding community stuff together in the area you live in. You can find that through city circles and search your city. And if there's not a city circle for your city and you would like to be the leader of a city circle, reach out to me. I do all the management for city leaders, and we love bringing new people on board and having you run entrepreneur socials each month, which are like networking events and awesome high value content speaker events. There's some great stuff happening globally right now with that. So this circle I wanted to encourage you to join, which is the Flow Consultant Circle. This is a no strings attached circle. It's all about like the Flow Consultant like certification and license, and has a lot of content around like the Wealth Dynamics Square. And if you're interested in using any of that in your coaching or business, this is the circle you want to be in. Michelle is posting some awesome content about what it looks like to be a flow consultant, how you can earn extra money doing so. We've just removed the joining fee for becoming a flow consultant. So now you only pay the monthly license to basically maintain your consultant status, continue using the tools, and get tokens each month, which you can then use in your consulting. And there's this webinar happening this Thursday, which you can all be on. If you join the circle, you'll see it in the events down here. And there's one this Thursday and there's one in November. And that'll be led by Michelle, who actually was one of the leaders of Talent Dynamics when it sort of became its own company way back when. And she was using Talent Dynamics to do lots and lots of business coaching. And now it's become this global tool for business coaching. So she'll be leading sort of like how it can even help your business, how you can grow your coaching, how you can really niche in your market, and how you can ultimately create trust and flow in your business using Talent Dynamics. So it's even relevant to you if you don't want to become a flow consultant. She's going to be going through it the same way she would as if she was speaking to sort of clients. So that'll be very cool. Join this circle. I want to take you to companies, which is a relatively new feature that we've developed, which would be awesome for you as a mentor. You can create a new company. These orange buttons are the most important thing for you to notice as a mentor, because in all of the sections, be it circles, be it events, be it companies, be it micro degrees, there will be an orange button that says create. And as a mentor, that means you have the ability to go in and basically create all of these things that give you traction on Genius U. So if you create your company and you get people to review your company, again, it'll show up in the rankings in a certain way. You can describe what your company is, add mentors to your company who are people that lead it. And you can, and then people can go in and see all about your company, what your top purpose is, managers, team members. You can follow companies, you can leave reviews for companies. And ultimately, pretty soon you're going to be able to give giving impacts as a company, play the world game as a company. You can see we're a world game company, we play the world game, we'll be giving impacts, and it's the same way as you go into B1G1 and you're able to give impacts through your business. This is the same thing, right? It's like business for good. It's ultimately making it possible for people as companies to be contributing positively to the global social climate. So that's sort of what that looks like. Members, reviews, all these handy navigation buttons. And so that's what companies looks like. And you can, once you have your company attached to you, you can pretty soon be uploading products to the web store as your company. And then your company will be selling the product as opposed to you individually as a mentor. So it's allowing you to sort of run your business and gain attraction through Genius U in that way. As we're 900,000 members strong now. It's a platform that is really only going to continue growing in size as people are looking for mentors and looking for entrepreneurs and ways to get involved with inspiring businesses. Right now, we only have 34 companies. If your company is not up here, go ahead and create new company. And while companies are tagged to you and your products are tagged to you and your circles are tagged to you, you can also, all of your events that you create inside your circles or separate from your circles, you can see on the featured calendar. So this is obviously the one that we're on right now. And if you're looking for events and stuff, see what's going on in the world, you can scroll through here. We have a lot of the entrepreneur social events posted on here. This is like webinars, virtual events, entrepreneur socials again. And you can also see it on the calendar and see what's going on each month and where it's happening and all that sort of thing. And you can create an event. I would say always create events and tag things back to your circles, because your circle is ultimately where you house your community. So that's the way to think about circles. And so people are going to be going to circles, like I said, to find content that's relevant to them and to interact with people that are uploading content that's relevant to them. So if you're building a community based on a micro degree, that's where I'm going to take you next. You can see, like, we have a lot of free micro degrees. There are paid micro degrees too. Micro degrees are basically the online courses. You will have probably come on and done one. And we use a lot of free ones to deliver value upfront and so, teach someone something so that they want to come back to the site and use it. And it shows up on their profile. So if you're wanting to create some sort of funnel, you might create a free micro degree that's super high value and funnels people into your circle, where you're then keeping the community warm by posting and running webinars and generating a lot of attraction in there and getting people really engaged. And then from there, you might go and say, I'm running this promotion and I want to bring this many people on to a paid course that I'm running. And then you might have a paid micro degree, and then you would be ultimately, using that warm database in your circle to bring people into your paid micro degree. So that's sort of what that looks like and how you can do that. And in micro degrees, again, you have this orange button, create micro degree. So you can go in and create a micro degree. I'm going to show you quickly mental onboarding micro degree. So you can also search micro degrees now. We now have the function to do that. The mental onboarding micro degree has more sort of like how-to tutorial videos. If after this webinar you're not feeling super confident and ready to take on the world, this is one that I've created. I need to go in and add a few more now that I've made some more tutorials, but you can go into your profile micro degrees, setting up your circle, all that sort of thing. And it shows you the exact steps and detail of how to go in and do that. I recently made a video of how to run a webinar like this one on Genius U. I will upload that to the micro degree as well. You can go through to next step. Oh, wow, I have 6 reviews. That's cool. Great resource. That's awesome. Okay, the next step, and you can go through and take the micro degree and figure out all the steps to be successful. I'm going to show you opportunities, but not for very long. This is not the most functional feature right now. It is going to be in development. We have a development team that are working on things all the time, but we're definitely prioritizing based on what we think is the most important for people to have functionality wise. So opportunities has not been high up there, but eventually opportunities is going to be a place. If any of you know Craigslist, that's how I've been thinking about it. But opportunities is like how you're able to post and basically quite straightforwardly give an opportunity to someone who may be interested in helping you with something that you have a need for. Or, if you have a skill that you want to offer, then you can be doing that, or you can be posting your projects, post your projects, create your opportunities, and this will all go in here. So Tina is growing her team for her city circle. So if you're in Copenhagen or you know anyone in Copenhagen who might be interested in helping Tina run the entrepreneur social events, Tina has posted an opportunity in here. You can see there are 3 responses. You can get more details by clicking there. But that's all I'm going to show you on opportunities right now, because some of these other things, always the most important are going to be your stream, dashboard, and profile. I would say next important is circles to join and to create. And then you can create events in your circles, create micro degrees based on your content. And then the store is here. And this is where you give impacts. So I'm going to sort by giving impacts by clicking here. And now I see only giving impacts. You can find other things, assessments, audiobooks, books. The only products on here right now are Genius U products and giving impacts. The store is going live in the next couple of weeks. And then Entrepreneurs Institute and Entrepreneur Resorts are our first partners that are going to be putting products on. And then just to sort of test, make sure the whole process works well. And then we're getting all the mentors, and you're going to be able to upload your own products, your books, your audiobooks, your assessments, your mentoring programs. All of that is going to be able to go on the store, and you can then track through here as well. So this is really like your one-stop shop for all things mentoring and entrepreneurship. And then you can, like here, I can giving impacts, which all contributes to my world game ranking, which is where I'll take you next. I am going to go back in and check the questions in a moment in the circle. I just wanted to take the first half of the call to really give you a thorough walkthrough of all the things you can be paying attention to on Genius U, the places you can find your resources, all that sort of thing. So in here, World Game, there's a little link to the 10x Your Impact micro degree. I would super duper duper recommend you all do that. It sort of helps you funnel out to all of the relevant profile micro degrees, but it also gives you a really solid roadmap as to how you can curate and create your next steps on Genius U to really grow your impact and your income. Also put together and led by Roger, and we all love his videos, so you can go ahead and watch those and really learn all about what the World Game is about, why we're playing it, why it's even important as an entrepreneur to be a social entrepreneur, what it looks like. Just go ahead and click into this micro degree right here. Super easy navigation. So here's the World Game rankings. I'm not going to explain what the World Game is. Go through the 10x Your Impact micro degree and you can learn. But we're on round 5. You can win prizes. Ultimately, we want to be awarding these to companies and not just individuals, because ultimately, like, companies and circles and like larger movements are what is going to change the world. And also, yes, so in here, you've got all the circles, impacts, and Genius dollars in the circles, which are all sort of like cumulative amounts of the members in the circles. You've got the cities. Yay! All the city circles who are active and have people in them and are doing stuff, running cool entrepreneur social events. The UN Global Goals circles, and then the awards. So this is our awards page where you can find the winners of each round. Reach out to them, find out what they're doing, how you can play too. And these are sort of the ways that we're ranking. We're ranking these differently each month, with the idea of sort of like growing this up until December, where we'll be closing sort of the first few rounds and at the Genius U annual conference and talking about what the next year is going to look like. And that's when, after that, I think companies will really take off for giving. Yes, so that's all of these exciting little navigation things. That's some micro degrees that you should go check out: the 10x Your Impact, the mentor onboarding, some circles you should check out: the World Game Mentor Circle and also the Flow Consultant Circle. And really, like, your Genius U is your platform for tailored, personalized education, learning, and connections. So really, you have to go and explore all these things that I've shown you. You really want to curate Genius U to be your platform. Yours is going to look different to mine, different to the next person's, because you're going to curate the information that you want to see and connect with the people that you want to be involved with, which will allow you to like also figure out how and what you want to be doing and uploading your content and building your community and funneling people into the right opportunities to do with what you're doing. I'm going to go in here and refresh comments. I really want to encourage you to, you can always tag other people's posts too if you see a reference to one of your own circles. Yeah, that makes sense. If you're, when it works, that is. Yeah, so as you can see, when you've been around for a while, okay, Facebook wants me to log in. I'm not going to log in Facebook. You'll see that we're always developing things. And when bugs and stuff come up, do email support. It does all get tracked. It does all go into what our development team is working on. And we're always going in and fixing more bugs and then developing new features and making sure that we're cleaning up the back end as well. So all important things. I don't see any questions in here. I do see comments from other people who are going to be coming back and watching the recording. So for those of you that do come and watch the recording, I hope that this makes sense to you and that you feel empowered to go in and do some exploring of your own. You can always post questions in this circle. I will always come in and answer them. You can also message me on Genius U. Let me show you these little buttons quickly and explain to you what they all are. So if I click this one's Steve, my Genie, and it's going to take me to the Genie help page. Oh, it gives you a little recommends. So this is your personal Genie, and these are help buttons for all of these things. So if you have questions about them, go in here first and check that your questions have not been answered. How do I find the best circles? How do I join a circle? How do I set up a circle? So you can click all of these and get top tips, get your top questions answered. Think of this as the FAQ of the site, the Genie help page. This is your cart, your shopping cart, much like in an Amazon store or any other purchase store. You can see what's in your cart. I've got 99 plus giving impacts because I was going to give a bunch and I haven't done it yet. Proceed to check out, update cart, the usual. This little earth is your notifications, same as on Facebook. And it shows me what my friends have been up to. It shows me what's been going on in the circles I follow. It shows me when someone has commented something to do with me. This little person. This is your friend requests. I'm accepting my checked friend requests. See your recent friend requests, who's joined. You've got your little messages in here. I have 2 unread messages, which is pretty normal for me. And then you've got your settings icon. You can change your Genie, updates notifications. You can block people or unblock people. You can add to your profile. It tells you how your progress is. Change your password, cancel your account if that's something you're looking to do. And in here you can merge your account. If you are merging your account and you're deciding to do this, make sure you're logged into Genius U using your primary account, and then you're trying to pull stuff in from your other account into that primary account. It is a challenging feature to use. We don't often have many people getting it right. I often don't get it right. I know I've logged out of the circle exactly like I said I wouldn't. Okay, so that is what all of that looks like. That is your basic navigation of Genius U. Go play the world game. Go get involved with people. We are going to be migrating all of our communications for all of the relevant circles, including the mentor circle, across to Genius U. So make it really easy on yourself and just start there. Don't start in Facebook. Just double checking. We don't have anything more in here that I need to be paying attention to. No, looks like we're good on that front. And yeah, just like keep an eye on events and be posting events and be thinking about, you know, in the 10x Your Impact micro degree, for example, and also the Millionaire Master Plan, you've got like the pre-flight checklist, and you've got resources that are going to be able to help you map what you are doing and what you want to be doing in order to grow your revenue and income. And Genius U, as it develops and continues to develop, really aims to be the place that you can go in and run all your promotions and track them successfully and get people on board and be able to see your statistics and users and all that sort of thing in a way that's really meaningful and helpful to you. One more thing I haven't showed you is articles, which is another cool feature where you can be posting content. See, there's a little new article button, and then I'd write a new article or important article. This is where I post all of the newsletters. Michelle is in there posting all the time. We've got lots of individual mentors who are posting all the time, and you can go in there and post as well. Where did my circle go? But this is just continuing to exponentially grow, and there's like 100,000 members coming on every couple of months, and it's just going to keep growing. We're getting to 1 million members by the end of this year, and we have a number of really exciting partners coming on to upload loads of awesome content and run their businesses through here as well. Oh, I keep trying to like, and Facebook keeps trying to log me in. So with these Facebook comment plugins, you'll notice that it is linked to your Facebook account. As we start running more of these in the circle, not as the header bar, we're going to be eventually removing the Facebook comments and just using Genius U so that they're all hosted in here, and there's not as much of having to like log out and log back in again. So yeah, that's your Genius U walk around tutorial. Definitely check out and explore on your own. Ooh, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen now. Yes, hello, I've been messing with my hair, so it's just sort of looking a bit wild. But yeah, this did not end up taking the whole hour. I do not see any questions in there, so I won't be answering any right now. If you have any really pressing ones, feel free to drop them in the Genius U circle, and I will go ahead and answer them, or someone else will come up and answer them. Everyone who's been on here a while is very helpful. And definitely, I cannot encourage you enough. Go and join the World Game Mentor Circle. Get on those weekly calls. Like Roger is spending his time every week going in there and providing really valuable content. You can go back in and watch the recordings. They're all in the library of that circle, which I've now shown you. And yeah, spend some time exploring. I know that if you've been around for a while, Genius U has made a lot of changes and may have been more difficult to navigate at one point. It is only becoming easier and easier, and you're part of the round of people that can really be making a huge impact and difference as mentors that are already on here as we continue to bring more people on. So that is the end of this webinar today. Thank you for coming on. I hope that you got some value out of this. Go ahead and leave me a review if you found it valuable, or even leave the circle a review just to give it a try. If you are looking to climb the rankings of the world game, being more active on Genius U is going to earn you Genius dollars, top tip, or you can be giving impacts. But I would encourage you to keep an eye out for when companies can give giving impacts, because that's really what's going to make a huge difference to the way that we play the world game right now. So it has been great having you on, and I hope that you have a fabulous week ahead. Bye, folks.